I'm here. Don't worry. It restarted, but I'm here. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, y'all. That whole Twitch quality issue thing kind of threw me off, so I was fixing that, and then I was looking into if YouTube was fine, and honestly, like, it's not. It's just not. We're gonna make do today, so you guys are gonna have to let me know with the quality. I don't know what possibly changed where I'm having quality issues. But that's the life of streaming, so welcome in. let me say some hellos to y'all that dropped into the chat here. Glormac, good to see you. Balt, thank you so much for joining and resubscribing for 52 months, even with the absences I've had. I appreciate that support. Same for you, Cody Mello. Thank you for the 4-month resubscription there. Welcome in. Solian Garnett. Where is it? 32 months. Thank you so much for that resub and starting up the hype train. Appreciate that. Jess, welcome in. Was that also a... I need to catch up. Jess, thank you for the 25-month resub. You guys are like doubling up there and super appreciate that support, but you totally don't have to. Circle Song Slave, welcome in. Good to have you back. Hope you've been well. Duke, good to see you in. G-Yarn, hello. Yes, I had to restart stream for a second, so that hype train seemed short-lived, but we're here. Did we just get a... Did we just get a raid? Whoa! Geek Everything! How have you been? I hope you've been well. I haven't seen you around in a bit. I'll have to check into your streams again. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for trusting your raiders with me. We're just getting started here today. I'll probably be doing a little bit of a short stream because I myself have been kind of on and off with streaming lately, so we're just gonna chat, catch up, and then I plan today to play some of my some of the Astrobot new levels they added, like the challenge ones. I think we're gonna play some of those. There's 3 new ones that I haven't played yet, so I think that's what we'll do as we catch up. You were on hiatus for a while. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, sometimes you just gotta step away for a minute. But happy to have you back. Good to see you. I'll tune back in, see what you're up to. Hope you had a good stream today. And if you need to step away, take care of yourself, get some food, relax, I totally understand. Please do. Thank you again for trusting your raid with me. I will take care of them. Courtney, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see here. Sandy Matt, thank you so much for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that support as well. Just everywhere, the beef. My name has now moved into my Twitch chat. Thank you. Yes. In other communities, for anybody that's like, what the hell? I have acquired a nickname called the beef. I don't even want to get into. It's just a thing. It's just a thing, so there's that. Where am I getting caught up? I think I'm mostly caught up. Cool. Yeah, so sorry for that chaotic start. But again, you know how streaming is. You leave for a minute, you come back, and suddenly everything's changed again. Am I the new LA Beast? Nah, nah, nah. Yeah, had a good time. As you guys know, I stepped away for a little bit here again just because I was it last week or the week before? How long has it been? I went to... It wasn't last week, it was the prior week, right? No, I don't know. It was last week, technically. I don't know, man. Time is weird. I was in Vegas at a convention. That was fun. I got to meet a lot of, you know, folks from the SRG community that we're all very familiar with. So it was great to see people there. Vegas is a vibe. It's the first time I've ever been to Vegas. It's weird. It's a weird place, man. It's kind of, but not like in a bad way. It's like, people say like Portland is weird, like Portland, Oregon, right? Where I live. So people are like, keep Portland weird. You know, it just has like a vibe, like a weird vibe to it. So yeah, Vegas was fun, interesting, met a lot of cool people. Honestly, really good atmosphere at the convention. People were really kind and awesome. Seemed like people had a lot of fun with it, so I'm happy for that. Got to explore, not too much. I mean, we got to explore a little bit. But, you know, I didn't have too much time. You know, I'm mostly there for business, so. And, no gambling. Surprisingly, I did not go to Vegas to gamble. But had a good time, So yeah, I'm hoping to kind of, as always, slowly get back into streams whenever I can. So I wanted to kind of kick off stream today. Chill, relax, play some Astrobot. Hopefully tomorrow, if I can make it work, I would love to get back into Alan Wake 2. And then Friday, I would love to start our playthrough of Final Fantasy VI. Because I know a lot of y'all are looking forward to that title. So, so yeah, it'd be great. What would I do if I won $1 million? Well, surprisingly, you hear $1 million and you're like, oh, you know, that's gonna, it would change my life, but not so dramatically that like I could just drop everything I'm doing, right? Because you got taxes now and everything has inflated ridiculously to where honestly $1 million, like what I would probably do is obviously, yeah, any debts paid off, which I really thankfully have mostly already done. But what it would then come down to is pay off a house, right? Have a house paid off that I enjoy, that I want to be in. You know, even this one would be fine if that's what it came down to, because the market's crazy. But having no house payment would be awesome. So my priority would be pay off the house. I wouldn't even say I really need a new car because I really enjoy my Volvo I have right now, so I don't even think I'd need to get a new car. I think I would just, you know, treat myself to some trips and stuff, but otherwise, you know, I think I'd still probably have to look for a job just in case. But I'd be more comfortable, that's for sure. I'd be more comfortable. Trips, you say? Yes, yes, trips. Hello, glowing burrito, welcome in. Yeah, I'd just be able to, I think I'd be able to have a little bit more fun here and there, and I'd have a good savings that I would hopefully, you know, have some good return on an investment. But, you know, I think I'd still probably need to find a job, maybe just to kind of cushion things a bit, but it wouldn't have to be anything super stressful. So, I don't know, $1 million would be nice, but it wouldn't take care of everything. But I'd be happy. That's no doubt. Vegas was gonna be in the hundreds pretty soon. Glad you and we did. Yeah, I mean, the weather, I would say, the weather in Vegas, like when we looked at it, looked great. Like it was gonna be like mid 70s, maybe a little, you know, mid 70s to high 70s. Which it basically kind of was, but the problem was like a windstorm came in. I was actually pretty concerned on my flight out because they were talking about potentially flights getting delayed or canceled altogether because of the winds getting out of the airport. Thankfully, my flight was not delayed. But I will say that was probably the scariest takeoff I've ever had of a flight. It was very bumpy. Quite a few drops, which I'm not a fan of. So that was scary, but we made it. You know, clearly it's not their first time flying, so. Tank, thank you so much for the resub of 14 months. I hope you've been well. Yeah, I'm not a fan of turbulence. Like, I know that planes can withstand a crazy amount of turbulence. Like, they're way more durable and capable than we often think, because our brain likes to scare us because it's scary. You know, there's been a lot in the news that make people even more wary of airplanes lately. However, I try not to take any of that with me when I travel, because the news has a good way of latching onto stories suddenly to scare you. A lot of the incidents we've seen, other than I think the one where I think it was like, where was it at? Was it in DC or something like that? There was a plane and a helicopter or whatever. That one was a weird anomaly. Very unlikely. Just everywhere. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome in. But every other, so that one happened, and then a few more happened, but when you look into them, yeah, which wasn't a plane issue, right? It was a miscommunication user error, which can happen. So just highly unlikely, because usually our systems are very good about communicating that stuff. Anyways, that story happened, and then of course, because something like that is so hot, any other incident that was happening with planes was getting highly reported. But all these other incidents were pretty small planes, or again, user error kind of things, just oddities. But statistically, these kind of crashes actually do happen all the time. They're just often not reported. But when the media has something that they feel is hot, then they're going to try to share it more, and so it seems like it's suddenly more prevalent than it ever has been. But it really isn't. Flight is still the safest form of transportation we have. So many go out every single day, nothing happens. Or I mean, honestly, things probably do happen. There could be planes that are diverted, or you know, have some issues, but generally they stop and they get maintenance and they're fine. So yeah, I really try to understand that statistically I'm fine. And turbulence happens every day. This is probably not the worst. Oh, it's JD, welcome in. So yeah, I mean, I'm still nervous. I'll always be nervous. I don't like the feeling of planes taking off. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. I don't like that feeling. But after we're at cruising altitude and I can kind of like put my tray down and start to like focus on like watching something or playing a game, then I'm fine. I just hate the takeoff sequence. I hate the takeoff. Do I fly often? I used to not, but lately I've been flying a lot more. So it's been something that's helped me get a lot more comfortable in the last year and a half now, or something like that. I don't know. So yeah, no, I used to not fly very much, and now I've been able to have the opportunity to fly quite a few places, and I've gotten a lot more comfortable, which is great. You know, I'll still be nervous. I'll always still be nervous, but I think it's not really as much of a fear as it is just like, oh god, I hate this feeling, you know, of takeoff. So yeah, you love the landing. Same. Once I feel those feet hit the ground, it's great. I'm like, oh yes, solid ground. And gosh, was it coming into Vegas? It was pretty windy too. I'm pretty sure it was, because I remember when we landed, it was pretty windy coming in, and they kind of warned us that it was going to be that way, and I could feel that it landed on like the left back wheel first and then kind of had to land onto the right. I was like, ooh, I don't like that. That was the bumpiest landing I've had. So I didn't like that. You had the worst landing getting home from Vegas? Oof. That's not fun. Am I using the shortcut with TSA? Yeah, I have TSA pre-check, so I don't have to like take off my shoes and stuff. So I get to just put my bag on the thing and walk through without any problems. So that has definitely saved me a lot of time, and I could never imagine it any other way now. So I think I'll probably just always keep that. I'll always pay for that, re-up it. Because why not? It's worth that, especially if you travel enough. Oh geez, Solinger, that's they weren't gonna charge for that roller coaster. That's terrifying. That's great. You got a free ride. Man. Those of you on Twitch, again, sorry for it being 720p quality today. I don't know what's happening there. If any of you watch the VODs, my VOD will be on YouTube at 1440p. Much better quality. But you have 1440 now? Oh, did it like refresh and like fix itself? Now I gotta look. What the fuck? I only have 720. I don't even have 1080, man. Yours is 1440p right now? I don't know what's happening. Some of you watch at 480p, so you didn't notice a difference. That's great. I know a lot of people don't care too much about quality, but I care about quality, so I hate when I see that kind of stuff. I don't know. Oh well. I'm not gonna be too concerned about it today. Today's just a chill stream anyways. But yeah, welcome in, Jalula. Nice to see ya. You watch it on your phone and it's great? Perfect. That works for me. YouTube is definitely 1440, I know that. For some reason, YouTube works fine. Twitch just doesn't know how to get its shit together. But who's really surprised by that? Okay. Anyways, y'all. Yeah, so had that trip, so I was away from that, and then I was recovering for like forever. For some reason, when I got back from Vegas, I just was like so freaking lazy. I was so late to like unpacking my bags, and just kind of like getting back into the motion of being a functional human again. Speaking of which, you know, guys, I've been applying for jobs, obviously. Did I get the trip bug feeling sick? Nope, I didn't get sick. I felt great. I think I just, you know, it's one of those things where you come back and you're just kind of like fatigued from traveling and interacting with people and stuff like that. So I think it was just general fatigue, but I didn't get sick, no. Which is awesome, because there's definitely been a couple of conventions where I got sick after. I try to minimize the things I touch as much as I can, and then hand sanitizer when I can. So yeah, I did okay this trip, but so yeah, I've been applying to jobs, and you know, some have said nope, we looked for another candidate, and I'm like, yep, that's expected. Others just haven't responded, so you know, I'm keeping up on that grind, because part of trying to get a job again is obviously also the fact that because I lost my job of, you know, nearly 10 years, I qualified for unemployment, which, I mean, you should just apply for it if you can, because you're looking for jobs anyways. You might as well get paid to do that, right? Pager Chris, thank you so much for the 26-month resub. So every week I have to file a form with unemployment being like, here's the jobs I applied to, and here's the things that I did to, the job seeking activities. Like I updated my resume, or I reached out to prior contacts, things like that, right? So you have to like have 5 things that you submit to qualify for your unemployment every week. So every week I have to submit that, and it's whatever. It's honestly very easy. I don't mind doing it. But not last week, but the week prior, I submitted my unemployment, and I, like 2 hours later, got a notice, like a letter in my email from the unemployment office being like, this week you won't be receiving your pay for the reasons listed below. And it says, we have reduced your unemployment benefits for the week. And I'm like, why the hell would you do that? It's like, why would you do that? So that obviously is annoying. And I'm like, no, I earned this unemployment, so that's not gonna happen. But it was already after hours, so I couldn't call the unemployment office. So the next day, I called into the unemployment line, and I got the busy signal. So it was like beep, beep, beep. You guys know that sign. So the lines are busy, right? And I'm like, this is gonna be awful, isn't it? I had to redial the unemployment line 46 times before my call went through. 46! So on the 46th call, it finally starts ringing in, and I'm like, oh, thank God. But that was like 2 hours worth of attempts, right? Because I tried to space it out a little. I got a little tired, but so I already wasted 2 hours there. So finally gets through. I go through the whole, you know, choose this option, choose that option, because I needed to speak with a representative. So I finally get on to the hold music, and I'm like, okay, this is the next step. So, you know, hopefully at worst it's an hour. I waited for nearly 5 hours, and someone finally picked up. I think it was like 4 hours, 45 minutes, 50 minutes, something like that. Nearly 5 hours on hold. So in total, I spent like 7 hours, like a whole work day, trying to get a hold of one person to tell me what's up with this letter. Only for her to say, oh yeah, I see that letter. But I don't see any reason why they would. It looks like it's actually just a glitch in the system. And I'm like, cool. So it's gonna go through just fine. And they're like, yep. I'm like, sick. So this call that I waited 5 hours for took me 1 minute to get an answer. So the funnier thing about this glitch, you guys, is that this was, I got that letter and this problem on April Fool's. I was like, the Oregon Unemployment Office just played an April Fool's joke on me. Just kidding. Just kidding, your employment's fine. Crazy though. I've never waited that long for a call in my life. And actually, I still need to call them back because they're saying that my benefit ends in May, but that actually doesn't seem right because I only started filing for my benefits in December, and you're supposed to have 52 weeks. You're supposed to be able to get a full year's worth. So what I think happened is that they saw my original filing for when I left my job of 10 years, to which I then got a job in between. So I think they took that original filing date and left it as that's my filing date, even though I never got paid until December. So my benefits show from May to May, but I actually was never getting paid in May through that time. So either I need to get back pay, or what I think just needs to happen, and what they might tell me is that I just need to refile again. So I need to talk to somebody again, and I just didn't think about it when I was waiting for 5 hours that I also needed to talk to them about that. So I'm probably gonna call them again tomorrow, and we'll see how long that takes. I'll let you guys know in the Discord. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm not looking forward to it, but I need to cover myself because I earned the time, and so far the job search isn't going great, but I'm you know, that's just how it is. So hey Plow, welcome in. Does my phone have smart hold or whatever it is? I think so. I don't know. I just kept my phone plugged in and I played video games. So I had speakerphone on, and once I heard somebody pick up, I picked up. Yeah, job market's really bad right now. Again, I'll definitely find something. I'm not too concerned, but I definitely want to keep my benefits rolling while I can. Tax season too, isn't it? It is tax season, but that typically shouldn't play too much into the unemployment office lines, but still, it's just a chaotic time. A lot of people have been fired. A lot of people need to talk about their benefits. So hey Spade, thank you so much for the 2-month resub. Welcome in. You always say that, G-Garn, and I admire your confidence in me, but I don't have that same confidence in myself because I just don't put myself out there. Damn. I'd have to get my big break. Yeah, I'm doing good. No, yeah, I thought it was a fun story to tell. I mean, it's like a painful story, but at the same time just kind of funny in a way too. Like if you take the humor from it, like being it on April Fools, and it's fine. Yeah, I mean, it taught me some more patience, right? I've always been a very patient person, but this one really tested me, for sure. But it was necessary. I'm gonna make it big with Minecraft streams. Oh yeah. You seen how big that movie is right now? It's gonna pop off. I've heard not the greatest things about the Minecraft movie. I don't know if any of you have seen it yet. I don't personally have an interest in seeing it, but hopefully anybody who does go, they get their money's worth, right? I've seen like TikTok videos of like people going into it's like a newer trend now, people going into the Minecraft movie, and there's a scene that makes them all like throw their popcorn everywhere. And so I've seen videos of the perspective of like the theater worker who then has to go in and clean up that entire mess. Like, it is so disrespectful. Like, that is insane. There is truly nothing I dislike more than people that leave behind a mess just because they feel like, well, that person needs a job. You know, their job is to clean up after me. And I'm like, yeah, sure, they're there to like clean up like minor spills and stuff, but like to like purposely be dirty or just not care because you think it's somebody else's job anyways, like just I don't like it. That's not the kind of person that vibes with me, so I don't like that. I judge the same way, and like there's a few things I judge people for. I judge you if you don't return your cart to either the store because it's close depending on where you park, or the cart return. They're usually spread out decently well enough where you should be able to take a minute to move it over there. I judge you if you don't return your carts. Yeah, do it in your house, right? Yeah, I don't care. What you do in your home is your home, but respect other spaces that aren't yours. So yeah, I'll judge you if you don't return your shopping cart. Hate that. I hate to seeing shopping carts everywhere. They're like, well, it's somebody's job to collect the carts. Yes, from the cart return station. They collect them from there, not from every single spot in the parking lot. I judge you if you leave behind a mess in your seats, whether that be movie theater or airplanes especially. Don't like that. You know, the stewardesses, they come around with a bag, probably at least like 3 times on a flight, being like, hey, do you have trash? And I always give that to them. Or if I, for some reason, did not finish whatever I wanted in time and did not clean that, I'll take the trash with me and toss it myself. Who doesn't clean up after this house? I mean, so many people. It's really, unfortunately, a very common thing that people do not clean up after themselves. Hey, Clutch, welcome in. You judge if people walk down the middle of the store aisle and you can't go around. That's a good one. General, like, self-awareness, right, of yourself in a public space, being like, oh, I'm right in the middle, maybe I should move to the side. Like, if you're gonna go find a product, move your cart and yourself to the side, take a look, and then grab what you want, right? Don't take up the whole aisle while you try to find something. That's a good one. People leave their bottles at the beach. I don't get it. Littering. I don't get that. That makes no sense to me. You know, I've seen people, like, when I drive, they just toss shit out their window, and I'm like, really? What the fuck? We talking about terrible people? We're talking about, like, the things that, like, you judge people for. Like, the first one we started with was people that don't return their shopping carts. People that don't clean up their own trash from where they're sitting in a public space. Red flag people, for sure. People that you're like, nope, I don't like that. Don't think I'd be friends with you. How do I feel about people that want you to tell them more about a product only for them to not buy it? I mean, that's fine. I feel like I can want to know something. I can want to know more about something without having the expectation of buying it. I think so. I may just want to know more that could sway me, but it may still not. You know? People that don't take their garbage with them when they leave your car. Ooh. I've never had that, but me personally, I guess it's just who I am. But like, if you're friends with me, like if I know you well enough and you're in my car and I see you do something that I don't like, I will tell you. I'm not too shy about that with people I know. So I will just tell you straight up. I have, so I've wired my car. Like when I got my new Volvo, I was really obviously proud of having a new Volvo and I really like it. So I want to keep it clean and organized. So I have an outlet, you know, like those like cigarette lighter outlets, like those, you know, you can plug things into for like power for charging. Well, I have one of those in like the back seat console, like in the middle. So I plugged in a power outlet there that splits out to have two USB-Cs coming out of it. So I have them split and they run underneath the carpet to the front and up the side, and they're on a hook so that I have USB-C charging that you can just like pull out of the hook and connect to. So like whoever's in my passenger seat can charge their phone while we're traveling from A to B, or I can have my phone charged in while I have it on my dash for maps or whatever. So yeah, I have these little hooks and it just pops back into them. So like sometimes if Michael, like if he's using my power outlet there, if he doesn't like return it, I'll be like, hey, put that back in the hook. Things like that, you know. Trash definitely is something that I always take out every time. But yeah. If I know you well enough, I'll yell at you about things. I'm not gonna particularly yell at a stranger though, because I don't know them. I don't know their mental state. I don't know if they will try to then shank me. They might have a knife on them. So generally, I do not do anything about the public individuals I see. I'm just very frustrated by them. So, but if I know you, I will say something. You park far away from the door where there's nobody next to you, and then when you leave, somebody's right next to you. That was also pretty like annoying. You're like, I'm out here for a reason, and you I actually went to the store the other day just to pick up some like basic essentials. I'm actually gonna have a shorter stream today because I need to go to Costco to pick up like actual bulk food to eat proper again. Anyways, came back out, and sure enough, somebody backing out hit into like my wheel well, my back tire, my back left tire wheel well. They like hit and scratched into it. Pisses me off. Like I could see like the bare metal under it, so like they really like dug in as they backed out. They definitely know they hit me, and of course didn't leave anything. So I've already looked into it though. Volvo does have like touch-up paint, so I'm gonna figure out what color my paint is, and then I'll get it all fixed up. For now, it's sealed. We have it sealed with I can't remember what Michael put on it, but it is sealed so that it doesn't start rusting, because that's what I was worried about, because it was going to be like raining a bunch, and I'm like, this is going to rust and then I'll have another problem ahead. So we have it sealed for now so that it doesn't rust, and then I'm hoping I can repair and paint over it. But that pisses me off. So is it a Volvo Cross Country, an older one? So it's a Volvo XC60. It's the like mid-size SUV. All-wheel drive, all that fancy stuff. But yeah. Sunroof too. Yep, it has a sunroof. Haven't been able to use it yet because it's been just rainy and gloomy, but is my area hilly? It can be. I mean, generally between Oregon and Washington, things can be, you know, uphill, downhill everywhere. So, plus I've always wanted to go back up to the mountain and stuff, so having an all-wheel drive car was really important for me for the next car I got. So the Volvo just, it marks off everything I wanted. It's, you know, semi-luxury inside, has that sunroof, has the all-wheel drive. Yeah, so it's just, you know, I'm pissed off that somebody hit my car already, because it's really not that old. Had to be me. Okay, y'all. Volvo has always been good at crash testing. Volvo is one of the safest cars in the market. They always pass extremely well in their crash tests. So, you know, that's another great selling feature of a Volvo, is that they're very safe. You know, they're not known for just tipping over and whatever impact they tend to get. Usually the passengers are expected to survive, you know? Which is why you need a camera. Yeah, so my next thing with my car is getting my dash cam installed. I need to wire it because I don't want a wire just hanging down and off the ceiling from the windshield. So that is my next thing though. Aren't they known to be mom cars? I don't know. I don't think I've heard of that, but I mean, I also wouldn't be surprised. They're very safe, you know? Like, I feel like that is what a mom would want to have their kids in for transport. I'm very happy with my Corgi, my little babies in the backseat of that Volvo. I think they're safe. We got them all buckled in. Do the Corgis have car seats? So what happens is when I have plans to take them places, I have this like car seat liner that has a solid like board that goes across all of the seats and the gap so that it doesn't like fall over, so like they can't like fall off the seats. So it's a solid board that goes across the seats, and then it hooks between the front chairs and the back chairs, and then it also protects the sides of my my doors. So it's kind of like this little cubby they go into in the back seat. So it's really comfortable for them though, because they can just lay down and stretch out. They're not slipping and sliding because of the leather seats and all that. It's really nifty. Let me see if I can show you an example. The dog. Banny. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. Better if you can kind of see what I mean. It's like this. So, you know, it has that like flat across the bottom going out, and then it hooks into the front seats and back seats, and then the sides are also protected, so they can lay down flat and they don't slip and slide. And then the seat buckles are still available because I have the pups, they have their harnesses on, and then they have a buckle that goes into the harness so that if we did get hit, they wouldn't like fly anywhere. It'd be like a seatbelt kind of. So they can kind of move a little bit, but not too much. Easier to clean too, yeah. So obviously, as you guys know, corgis, they shed like crazy. So thankfully, all the hair basically goes into this little bed. So it saves me a lot of time cleaning out the car as well. I have heard you should use seatbelts on animals. Yep, it is definitely recommended that you have them hooked into the seatbelts. Don't leave them just loose. Just like a human, the reason we have seatbelts is so that you don't become a flying projectile in a vehicle, to which you could also then become the reason somebody dies. It may not even be from the impact, it could be from you flying into them. So, yes, seatbelts, please. Or just some way that they're strapped down and just not loose, right? So. Speaking of, I got into a car accident a couple weeks ago where their SUV was completely totaled. Oof. Yeah. Very happy that they have survived. That is definitely probably the least concern they should have, as the vehicle they are currently getting provided for return or whatever it is with that claim. That's about what I expect if I got into an accident now with my Volvo. You know, hopefully never does, but you know, I feel like it'd probably just like the airbags would hurt me more than anything else. But if that's the only thing I have to worry about, is that the airbags hurt me a little bit, that's fine. My previous car, my Honda Civic, the airbags stopped working, so that car was dangerous for me. I probably would not live if somebody hit me, because not only is it a small vehicle and everybody on the road now drives massive vehicles, but yeah, then I wouldn't have any airbags to cushion anything. So it was probably not great. People have gotten so lazy to use turn signals, they're speeding too much. Oh yeah, I mean, that's just everywhere, man. Last time I went out, yeah, no turn signals hardly from most people. You know, it's just like, oh, you're going into that lane now, cool. Wish I knew that. Would have been nice to know that. I had somebody a couple days ago, and I was on the highway, and you know, the highways are typically at least 60 miles per hour, if not, depending on your state, 70 to 80. kind of just depends, right? So, but in Oregon, our highways are typically labeled as 60, but most people go 70. Like most people, what we consider minimum is 70. But I had somebody, there's this really weird, because I had to go pick up some items, and so there's this really weird split where it goes between like to Portland or to like Seattle. It's kind of a weird split, and it confuses people sometimes, right? But I had this person in front of me where I needed to keep going straight, and I could tell they had no idea where the hell they were. And I get that. But the last thing you should be doing when you kind of don't know where you're going is slowing down to 40 miles per hour on a freeway. So I need to stay in this lane that I'm in because that splits to Portland, this splits to where I needed to go, and it's an exit only lane. Like, I have to be here. And so, you know, there's a fast lane next to me, I'm in the lane I need to be in, and then there's two other lanes that then split to other areas, but I'm not going there, and I don't want to be there because they'll split off. So this person in front of me, I'm like, oh, okay, because they put their signal on to go right towards Portland, and I'm like, great, get out of here. And then they're like, oh, no, never mind. And then they slowed down, and I'm like, what the fuck? So obviously it creates a sequence, you know? They slow down, I have to then slow down suddenly. Worried about the person next to me, of course. When I'm slowing down, I'm always double checking my mirror to be like, is somebody gonna slam into me? I just don't understand. Like, so for me, it's like always comes down to, you don't know where you're going, or if you miss your exit, you're fine. There will always be another way to get off another exit, loop back, go the right way. You understood your mistake, now go fix it. You should not be slamming on your brakes or wildly turning into lanes to make your turn or exit or whatever it is. You just need to commit to the fact that I didn't know where I was going, I fucked up, I'm gonna keep going at least the minimum speed limit, not endanger everybody else around me, and then figure out where the hell I need to be. Unsafe drivers are the worst. So I zoomed around them because they were a dangerous driver. So I said, nope, I'm not staying here. So I went and got around them. But very dangerous person. This is also another pet peeve of mine of when you're getting onto you're on the on-ramp to get onto a freeway and people don't get up to speed. They're like, hey, I can go 35 getting into the freeway. And I'm like, no, you should be getting up to 60. I hate it. Pet peeves. I just, yeah. I consider myself a very competent and safe driver. I don't excessively speed. I've never had a speeding ticket. I've never gotten into an accident. I am generally very calm and collected, and when people make some mistakes, I'm just kind of like, whatever, I won't let them get on my nerves. But when people are that dangerous, then I get pretty pissed off. I just have to get myself away from them. Hey Legend, thank you so much for the 42 months at tier 3. Holy shit. So much support. Is this what you'll have to deal with once you start driving soon? It's inevitable. And it doesn't matter where. It can happen in the United States. It can happen anywhere across the countries. You know, like, unfortunately, people are just bad drivers everywhere. What you just need to focus on is identifying that and getting away from them. You don't want to be around those people. There's, okay, speaking of, I guess, more driving like pet peeves. So by law, so you get up to a light, right? I get up to a light and I want to turn right? So I'm turning right and there's 2 lanes on that road I'm going onto. So obviously across the road could be another light where they're turning into it as well. But by law, when you turn right to go into that, you need to stay in the right lane, right? So many people, when turning right, will just go immediately into the far left lane, which is what you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to get in the right lane and then signal to get over into the left lane. Literally, it's in the handbook by law. That one probably bothers me the most too, because like the way traffic can work and the reasons it's even like that is like, so if you do have some people coming from that lane, then you'll know, oh, they're gonna proceed into that lane, so I can go in this lane, but you can't trust anybody. You can't trust that's what they're gonna be doing. So that's probably another one. I don't like when people don't adhere to that. All the things you're saying are the things that I noticed that bug me too. Well, I'm glad it's not just me, right? There's people that don't know that that's like what you're not supposed to do. Like you're supposed to stay in the lane that you turn in, the one that's closest to you, but no, it's okay, just cross over. It's fine. Also, people that make lane changes in the middle of an intersection, that's illegal. I see that too much too. You're not supposed to do that. Roundabouts is in just a few states. I don't really know how many states have roundabouts. I mean, they're becoming a little bit more popular in some areas. I have to take a roundabout to get onto the freeway, so I've gotten used to them a little bit, but they can be kind of confusing. Same thing when it's two turning lanes going the same way. So yeah, we almost had somebody that we were in the left turn lane, they were in the right, but you know, we're both going left. So there's two lanes to turn left, so you need to stay in your lane. We had somebody from this side being like, I'm gonna cut over, and you're like, what the fuck, that's not your lane. Basic driving etiquette, man. There's so many people you see and you're like, you need to go back to driving school. You need to read the book again. You think when you were 18 to 23 you were a dangerous driver? Could have been, probably. Ever been caught at a red light in front with bumper to bumper traffic and ambulance on the way? Like, what the hell are you supposed to do? Ignore the light and run it? The best you can do is you have to just try to give them space to get through, right? It's not really even about proceeding through the light, but maybe at least just moving up enough to scoot over. It's tough. US ain't ready for roundabouts. Probably not. Most people aren't ready for roundabouts. You drive very slow now just to be safe? Well, hopefully not like under the speed limit all the time, because that's actually very dangerous. Just go the speed limit. Just go at least, if people are going the marked speed limit, I can't be mad at you. Do people at least usually generally go at least 5 over the speed limit? Yeah, but technically they don't have to. If you're at least going the speed limit, that's fine. I won't be upset. I'll probably go around you. That's okay. You know, I don't excessively speed myself, but sometimes I do want to go more than 60 on a highway that I think that should be 70. But you do you. I get it. Britain has a lot of roundabouts. Norm had a great time with those. Sometimes, where was I going? I think I was going to a college football game with my friend who was in town and it wasn't even for the Oregon Ducks. We actually went to a Oregon State Beavers college football game because they were competing against the San Diego, what's the San Diego football team? Is it the Aztecs? Okay, I think it was the Aztecs. So that's where she went to school. So she's like, oh my gosh, because she moved to Oregon. She's like, oh my gosh, they're gonna be in town. Let's go to the football game together. And I'm like, okay, sure. So we went to Corvallis, Oregon, which is where the Oregon State University Beavers are. And so we were in a hotel, got in there, and we came out, and we were going to, I think we were leaving. Everything was over. And so the route we were leaving had like 6 roundabouts, like back to back. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I was driving. That was like the first time I'd encountered any roundabout, but then it was like multiple in a row. And I'm like, why do they have so many of these? It was terrifying. Yeah, didn't like that. So that kind of forced me to understand them. Thankfully, it was not busy, but yeah. At the next roundabout, you're like, but I already had 5 of them. Yeah, no. I'm okay with like dealing with one roundabout here and there. You have like 10 in a row or so on a motorway. It's to slow down speeding cars. It can regulate traffic a little bit better, for sure. I see plenty of use cases for them. I just, you know, I just don't like when they're back to back like that. All right, y'all, though. Let's keep chatting, but also I'm gonna play some Astrobot. We're gonna play some of the challenge levels that released that I have not played yet. Quick question, only if it's quick. Will I be in Texas? I will be in Texas next week for WeebCon, I think it's called. I will be in Texas. Oh, nice, you're going? All right, yeah, I'll be there. You guys know where I'll be. I'll be helping out at the table. So I'm sure if any of you are going to the WeebCon at the Irving Convention Center, that's where I'll be next week. Should be fun. Should be fun. I've never been to Texas before, so it'll be cool to see it from a glance and then meet some new people. I don't hear it. You guys hear it? Let's see. Hopefully you hear it now. Better get some good barbecue. I hope so. I hope I have the time to try out some good barbecue. That'd be awesome. All right, y'all. So I've completed Astrobot and I've done the first 2 challenge levels they released. But there's 3 more. I don't know the order in which they released, so I'm just gonna go from left to right. This one's Cockadoodle Doom. The problem I have when I come back to Astrobot after taking a break is that I don't really remember what some of these abilities are or how they're used, so I have to like test again. Okay, this one's like the jet that goes up. Okay. Okay. I have to remember controls. Okay. Alright, let's go. We gotta go. Oh, that didn't work. I didn't time that. You guys ready to see me rage today? I did it again. Okay, maybe I just need to like time it so I don't actually use my boost. Until here? Yeah. Oh shit! The moment I get excited. What? I almost did it again. What is that? What do I do? I don't do that. Oh, I use my boost. I just gotta learn the layout, right? Like, I just gotta figure out... Whoa, whoa! Fuck, I hate those guys! I thought I was gonna go to the right first. There's no checkpoints in these challenge levels, unfortunately. The auto aim. Yeah, those guys, they got crazy aim. Bunch of bullshit. Shit! See, this time I thought I was gonna go to the left. Damn it. I did it again anyways. Okay, this is it. This is the run. This is the run. Even though I don't know the rest of the level, this is it. We're just gonna ace it right here. We'll see. Not today, bitch. Damn it! I couldn't get my feet back down. Shit. Get away from me. I slipped off. What the fuck was that? Did I like grapple that? Can you grapple that? I have to see. slides down it, right? Okay. We can bypass him. Yeah! I got excited. Okay. Okay, nope. Okay, this is the run. This is the run. You almost got me, bitch. What is that? What is that? What is that? I didn't hit the button. Son of a bitch. Nope. Okay. This is the run. This is the run. First try. Come on. I can't believe that works. Oh, bitch. Oh my god. I hate those guys. They're the worst. They're the worst. I think I was almost there too. I wasn't close enough to grapple. Okay. This is it. Shit! I need to stop saying that. When I can only say it here. This is it. This is the run. Oh, that was close to death. What? Oh, I didn't have the boost. Shit. Okay, we got this. Finally. Probably not a great time, but I'll take it. Rooster Rescue. Who are you? Who are they? You said a personal best. Not great, but I'll take it. I was almost there the other time. Yeah. I figured we were pretty close, honestly. Alrighty. On to Hard to Bear. No. Interesting. Oh, is it gonna push them away? Is that what it does? Oh. Am I getting a Switch too? More than likely. I really, I don't much, not too hyped about it on like day one because like Mario Kart's okay, but I actually am really excited for the Donkey Kong game in July. So I don't understand. Okay. Well, I didn't do that right. Get away! And boom! Ew! 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 Oh boy! Oh. Ah! How was I supposed to know that? Get away! Oh, I can't believe that got me. No wall is safe, clearly, yeah. Oh, I did that wrong. Yeah, Wind Waker, because they're gonna have the GameCube catalog. I mean, we don't know how much of the catalog they're gonna introduce, but I mean, from what it looked like at a glance, a lot of the GameCube games I like. So that's exciting. But right now, obviously, with tariffs and stuff, we don't really actually know the price of the console, if it will be what they originally stated or potentially a little bit more. The US pre-orders are currently pending availability because of that. Like, I signed up, but I still haven't been able to because obviously, yeah, we got to figure out what's going on there. And hopefully that gets figured out soon. What did I get hit by? They will also sell the N64 controller. I don't remember that. I know that they're selling the GameCube controller. Oh, I dropped my boost. No. Gotta be patient, gotta be patient. Wasn't patient. They'll have the N64 controller. Well, that'd be good for folks. I mean, I'm not particularly like excited for the N64 controller. I mean, it was a controller. I don't think it was the best controller. I like the GameCube controller. Fuck, I did it again. What the fuck was that? Okay. How can I play? Is that like a laser on me? I've forgotten what it is. I have forgotten what it is. I have no fucking idea right now. I haven't played. It's these guys! Ah. I see now. I need to spin them off of me. Yes. I remember those little jerks. Yes. Somehow I kept missing that they were on me. Sneaky little jerks. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. It's hard when you like haven't played the game for months and you come back to try to do like challenge levels. You're like, what? Ew. I don't like those guys either. Yeah, not this time. Damn it! Away from me. Messed up. What in the stress-inducing? This is Game of the Year, Astrobot. How could you forget? See, if I don't kill the spinny dude, the bombs don't come out. But this is actually proving to be more difficult doing it the way I'm doing it than just taking care of it. Shit! This is a chill stream. I'm pretty sure this is the most calm I've raged way worse on stream before, okay? This is nothing. You guys remember Rebirth Platinum, Chadley Trials? That was bad. I'm pretty sure there was a single stream where for many hours I was stuck on one challenge. It might have even gone for a couple of streams. This is winnable, I just gotta get good. You know? They're not on me, they're not on me, they're not on me. What do I do? What do I do? Scared. Scared. Okay. All right. Rebellious Knight. Who is that? What's he from? Well, under a minute. I'll take under a minute for like first tries, you know? Okay, so now this is probably the final armored hardcore. This one will be easy. Oh, it turned into a ball, right? Yeah, okay. See what we're working with here. These do spring. Oh. Well, don't go right into the water. I did literally the same thing. What? Close here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh shit, why did I undo my... Can I jump as a ball? Barely. What do you want me to do? Go through the fire? Through the fire, through the things? Yes. Panicked. Get out of here. Like this. Huh? I guess I wasn't in full ball form. I don't know. All right, thanks for the lurk. Okay, so you hit the jump pad, he comes out of ball form no matter what. That makes sense. And I'm going right into flames when I do that. Yes, so it's all about the timing, which I'm so good at. We got it this time. This will be level complete soon. Nope. I can feel it. I can feel it. This is the run. Shit. I meant this one. This one's the run. Oh god! Ow! That's chaotic. That's a lot going on, bro. Okay. Yeah. Oh god, he came back. He came back. Did it! Easy. Ooh, Assassin's Creed. Renaissance man. Hey, under a minute. I'll take it. But sadly, I think that's it. There's no more to be done. The game is officially complete. These, a lot of these levels though, they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. They did good with the game. Look at all of my Astrobots. Any more in future updates? I don't know. like that you can call them. And then you can make them dance like you dance. Look at them go. Look at them go. They're so cute. That's just fun. Just fun. Alright, get out of here. Do I even have any coins to spend? 167. Is that a good for a poll? It's good for one poll. I haven't like completed all of the collectibles yet because I need to earn more. Cute. Spider-Man. All the way up there. I didn't even know you were fucking up there. How do I get up there? Can I get up there? I went up there. Way up there. Bum, bum, yeah, here we go. Woo. What up, Spider-Man? Oh, I still need to get you something. Got yours though. Okay. Good job, Miles. Sorry. That is so cute though. Unsubscribe? I'd honestly understand. How about again? Oh, no, no, no. I didn't mean to do that. I zoom? That is so cute. Oh! Took his mask off. Sorry, Spider-Man. I don't got your thing. The only way to get like more coins is just like replay your levels again, right? Do the Helldivers have stuff? I don't know actually. Oh yeah, apparently I'm missing whatever they need. Yakuza. I got a little companion. How many coins do I have? I only have 67. Y'all ready for The Last of Us Season 2? Got the platinum right? I don't think I have the platinum on this game, actually. I think there's like a couple simple ones I just haven't gotten. Yeah. Yeah, I'm missing... Am I ready? I don't know, actually. Can't look at this. Death Stranding. Not the fish. I can keep hitting the... maybe I have that one. I'm pretty sure I do have this one. I think I already did that because he kept dropping a bunch of different shit. Yeah, I think I already have this one. Persona. Joker. This was your most fun platinum last year? I don't blame you for that. What's in the elephant room? I forget. Safari Park. I forgot what this is. That's right. Animals! I did explore this when I was here. I don't know that I'll ever find out myself, G-Guard, unless I really care to. Platinums have never really been, like, my goal with games. The only reason I platinumed Remake and Rebirth is not only because of 7 being my favorite game ever, but, you know, just seemed like a fun challenge. For these kind of more casual games, I'm, like, not as concerned about platinums for some reason. I don't know. How is that emoji so big? Isn't there, I think, a way to do that? Isn't that like a new thing? I wonder if I already have that one too, though. I feel like I've done that as well. I don't even know where they are. The thing is like finding them, too. Wait, are those new? Those are no, he just did a shiny. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it looks like I already got that one, probably. Everybody's so angry. What a fun game, though. If anybody was ever on the fence about this game and you have a PS5, it's something that I definitely highly recommend to play. It's a lot of fun. I obviously, I've already gone through all the main stuff, so not too much to show on my end, unless we did another playthrough, but those challenges were fun. I'm hoping that they release a DLC. That would be awesome. A DLC would be really cool. But, I don't know. Have I tried Horizon Lego? No, I have not. I've never been much into the Lego games, but I've heard they can be fun. Oh, you guys. All right. DLC, which is bigger than the one level releases at the time. Yeah, like I'd like another DLC that's just like another couple worlds, maybe. That'd be nice. But at this point, I think that they know that like Astrobot, like this game, is well-rounded and complete. If anything, they'll have what, like Astrobot 2, right? Like why bother with more in this game when you could probably just maybe sell another full game, right? The money usually points that way. And I wouldn't blame them for it because I would buy it. I would buy it. I literally didn't think, like when Astrobot was like first being released and talked about, I thought, yeah, it seems like it'll be all right. I'll probably get bored, but then I gave it a chance and I played the first world and I was hooked. It was just so much fun. Now, of course, that comes into like, I don't understand the hype. I don't understand Game of the Year. And as somebody who has fully beaten Astrobot now, but even back then, like the main story of the world and the reason it got nominated and the reason it won. And as somebody that obviously beat Rebirth, beat Astrobot, and I compare them, and I, you know, obviously I have my own biases, right? Those exist. I can't deny that. I just felt like Rebirth was a much bigger package that is like something that they deserved huge recognition for, because it was just so much work into that game, and the soundtrack and the world, and I don't know, the characters. And Rebirth will always be my game of the year. I don't know that Astrobot deserved game of the year. I think it was completely okay that it was nominated. I can understand the nomination. The winning of it is tough for me, but I understand it's more of a game that like everybody can get into, generally speaking. Yes, it may not be for you. You could say, I won't get into it. That's fine. But generally speaking, it is a much easier game to get into than something like Rebirth, right? So kids can play it. You know, my nieces can play it. And for that reason, there's aspects of it that I also understand from the critic's standpoint. But I don't know. I feel like Rebirth got a little robbed. You were happy with any nominee except for Elden Ring DLC? I mean, yeah, the Elden Ring DLC brought a lot of controversy, but it is what it is. Co-op would be fun for Astrobot. That would make it really cool. This year will be really interesting with Game of the Year, because I'm trying to think of what will come out that I would personally nominate. So far, I would nominate Split Fiction. I think Split Fiction will be up there. GTA 6, assuming GTA 6 even releases this year. I don't know. Ghost of Yote, that could be up there, depending on how well it's received, right? Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Yeah, that could be up there, potentially. You know, we still have some good games coming around this year. Still too early to determine, I think, Game of the Year, but I think so far for me, it's definitely Split Fiction being up there. I think, what year are we in? 2025. I think Rebirth, or the remake series part 3, I think that's releasing in 2027. So I think we have this year and next year to get through of other games. And then Rebirth will be there in 2027. Monster Hunter Wilds, I think, will get nominations for certain areas. I don't know if it'll go up for Game of the Year, but we'll see. But I think Remake, Rebirth, whatever part 3 is going to be named, will be 2027, because that will be what, the what anniversary for 7? Like 30th anniversary? No. How old is the game? How old is the game? It is the 30th anniversary? Good God. It ages me. Hey, why not? Welcome in. So if it released in 2027, that would make sense to me because of its anniversary. That gives them plenty of time to polish it too. It really kind of just depends on what Square Enix is looking at financially and all of that, depending on how they want to release it. But I do think that it's a 2027 release, which feels like forever to wait for, but before we know it, it'll be there. Which I'm excited for. And then I hope that they, as much as I would want part 3 to be released like as soon as possible in 2027, there's a part of me that kind of hopes they release it a little later into the year, because I do think a part of what helps Game of the Year nominees is recency bias. I think that like Rebirth was nominated, but then people had already played it for so long and people remembered like the game is good. But then like Astrobot came out much closer to the Game of the Year nominations, and that like had so much of a spotlight on it for like the last month or two before Game Awards. And I feel like that did help it. So there's part of me that hopes that the final part is released maybe mid to later years so that we have maybe a little bit more recency bias with that game to help out. Knowing our luck, Astrobot 2 is also going to be released in 2027. They're just going to try to snipe everything from Square Enix. Tone down the minigames. I'm not that bothered by the minigames in Rebirth. I know that that's a point of contention for a lot of people. I was not bothered. I had so much fun. Like, there were some minigames that were frustrating, sure. Like, on their higher difficulty, like the one that's the, like, what was it? Like the, I can't remember the name of it. It was the one that you did in what can't I think of the region? What the fuck? My brain is broken. You know where Red 13's from? What the fuck? Why can't I think of every other zone? Because what's wrong with me? Cosmo Canyon, holy shit. Yes. Cosmo Canyon. The mini game that's there for the proto relics. That one was frustrating in its later levels. But otherwise, Gears and Gambits, Solian Garnet already said it before my brain was even more broken. Yeah, so that one, I didn't have the funnest time with that. Fort Condor was also tough. It was tough, but I honestly had fun, like, trying to figure out the right strategy for each scenario. So, honestly, I'm the worst person to look at to, like, complain about mini games, because I did not mind it. I had a great time. My first playthrough, just absorbing the world, playing the mini games, and going through that journey to the end. It's maybe a hot take. I know a lot of people complain about the minigames. There was too many minigames. More time in Rebirth was no problem for me. The only problem I had was going through Chadley Sims for the platinum, because I didn't need to, though. That's optional. It's optional. And a lot of these extra level minigames, optional. I didn't have to go through some of those frustrations. Neither do you. But I'm of the minority that's probably gonna say, I don't care if there's just as many. I don't care. I don't care. Bring it. Let me get frustrated again. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah, the workout one was bad. The sit-ups. I mean, I did that on stream. Frustrating as fuck. I don't know, but I don't mind them, because again, what I was doing and what I was getting frustrated at was optional. When I played the ones that were like, hey, try out this mini game just as like a tutorial and the introduction to it, those were easy. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what this is about. And then all of the remaining ones, they're like, hey, this is optional. There's some rewards. Do you want to do it? And I'll be like, yeah. I didn't have to, though. Didn't have to. But I did, because I'm a psychopath. What's my favorite Queen's Blood? What do you mean, like my favorite match of Queen's Blood? Shit, I don't know. Or did you mean like was my favorite Queen's Blood? I mean, yeah, Queen's Blood is number one. And I don't think anybody disputes that. I think everybody loved Queen's Blood. I am very excited for them to bring Queen's Blood back and maybe even expand on it, add more people to go against. I'm super stoked for more Queen's Blood. Favorite Queen's Blood card? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I haven't played in a while. Shit, I don't know. I think the Shinra Trooper always created like a triangle, like a T, so it like fit really good spaces in the first slot, so that was great. Like, he was a must. You need Queen's Blood to be its own game? I mean, that'd be sick if it was like... It'd be cool if they had like a separate Queen's Blood section and you could like play against friends too. That'd be fun. Have a deck. Yeah, Queen's Blood was a lot of fun. They did really good with that. What retro games will I be playing later on? I mean, I guess to start with our retro will be potentially this Friday. We're playing Final Fantasy VI. So that could be the start. What my goal is before we move into like true retro gaming, is we have to beat Alan Wake 2. Like, I need to get back into the swing of Alan Wake 2. It's not something I wanted to start with today because I am going to be ending stream pretty soon here. Because I need to go shopping, but I can hear my puppies. Yeah, so tomorrow I'm really hoping that I'll be able to stream for Alan Wake 2. I might even try to start a little earlier so I can have more time to stream. But I'll keep you guys posted on that in the Discord, as I always try to. And then Friday, Final Fantasy VI, we're gonna start that. But I'd really like to finish Alan Wake 2 because it really does hurt me, and I hate that experience for all of you, where I'm trying to go through this very heavy story-based game, and then I have time between where I'm like, I gotta catch up. I have to like review my VODs and see like, where the hell were we? It's just not, you know, it's definitely not the way that I prefer to stream, and I hate to do that to y'all. So I'm really gonna try to get back into Alan Wake 2 tomorrow, Final Fantasy 6 on Friday, and then I'm going to do my best as well to stream next week as well before I go on my trip. So I'm hoping to stream maybe the 14th, 15th, and 16th, and then I'll have to take time off because I need to like prep and prepare on Thursday, and then the convention will be that weekend. So, you know, I got things to try to do to get caught up. So I could try a week of streaming every day again. I mean, I could really try. It can't be next week though, because I'll be busy. The best I could try to do with an actual like legitimate week of streaming would be like the week of the 21st through the 25th, you know. That'd be the earliest I could try to start that. So midnight streams. If I did midnight streams, Gigarn, you wouldn't be able to watch any of them. It'd be too late. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best. But with that, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, you guys. You know, I'm sorry, it is a shorter stream today. I wanted to catch up with y'all, let you know how life was going. Gonna try to stream tomorrow. Keep you posted in the Discord. Yeah, I'm gonna go head out. I'm gonna get some shopping done. Is there anybody online right now? Boom, boom. Honestly, don't see that many, and my computer's being a little weird. Oh well. I'm just gonna go ahead and close it out here, you guys. Unfortunately, I can't mess with this too long. My dashboard is not working too well on me right now. I can't get it to cooperate. I gotta figure out my tech issues. So Sibzon, yeah, if you actually, can you just like drop his link in the chat? Let's go ahead and drop his like link in the chat. Shout him out. Sib, as you guys know, has been a moderator for me for a very long time. He's been very busy on his own, so he hasn't been able to tune in as much as he used to. But he's doing his own thing, streaming, doing Savage raiding again in Final Fantasy XIV, which is just something that I'm too old for. That's what I've written it off at. I'm too old for Savage raiding. So yeah, but you can check him out if you'd like. It should also be something that's recommended in my Twitch homepage. I believe I have him on there as somebody to tune into when I am offline. But yeah, I will catch y'all hopefully tomorrow. Keep you posted in the Discord. So until then, take care everybody, and I'll see you then. Bye everyone.